Four nameless Marines fighting off unlimited hordes of Nazi zombies started the phenomenon known as Call of Duty Zombies, at the time only known as Nazi zombies. The idea of a zombies game mode was being worked on as a side project for a while at Treyarch, the developers behind Call of Duty World at War. Daniel Suarez, an executive producer at Treyarch, said the seed of the idea came out of a casual tower defense game online. It was something that they had been working on for a while and went back to when they had time. Once the project known as Nazi Zombies was finished, Treyarch decided to add it to their game, Call of Duty World at War. Once the player completed the single-player campaign, they would unlock a new co-op mode called Nazi Zombies, a big reward that incentivized many players to beat the campaign. Upon launching a singular map titled Nacht Der Untoten, or Night of the Undead, players were shown a new iconic cutscene. Round 1 begins, and you notice you are alone in a decrepit building at night, with a humble Colt 1911 at your disposal. A chalk outline of a rifle is on the wall in front of you, along with a door to your right and a staircase to your left. This brings us to the first design element that made Nazi Zombies fun and addictive: choice. The player is presented with a decision: save enough points to buy a gun from the wall that could enhance your ability to survive, or go straight for the staircase or the door. The freedom to choose how to survive for as long as you can is the first thing that players are subconsciously hooked to once playing Nacht Der Untoten for the first time. The intrigue of the unknown. You don't know if you could survive longer by progressing further into the dark, dank building, or by staying in the confined starting room with a beefier weapon for one more round. But the intrigue of these ideas is what drives the replayability of Nazi Zombies. Nazi Zombies is more of a sandbox than many players realize. So, you saved enough points to open the door to try to give you some more room to breathe. But wait a second, there's a glowing box in the new room. What is it? You have no idea, but are intrigued. So you spend the points to find out. You are given a new weapon. Is it better than your pistol? Probably. Is it worse? Maybe. This was the genius of the specific design decisions Treyarch employed when creating Nacht Der Untoten. The feeling of discovering something new, but not only is it new, it's random, rewarding or wasteful depending on the weapon you receive. This is why the mystery box was key to Nacht Der Untoten's success. The ever-growing knowledge that there is something else that it could be hiding, something that you don't fully understand yet, something like a ray gun. You have to experience it yourself to scratch that itch in your brain. This is perpetuated by the fact that the wall guns you have access to are definitely not going to cut it when it comes to long-term survival in Nacht Der Untoten. So you get aimed back to the box as your literal shining hope for salvation. Nazi Zombies lives in a few different parameters that the developers designed: player health, zombie spawn cap, and ammo cap. 3 of these are always constant. Player health is always 2 hits. There will never be more than 24 zombies spawned at once. And weapon ammo count is always the same, albeit different depending on the gun you choose to use. The 4th parameter is where things get interesting. Zombie health increases every round you survive. Zombies have 150 health on round 1, and they get 100 more health every round until round 10. Round 10 and onward, zombie health is increased by a 1.1 times multiplier. This means that the player can't just camp on the second floor with an LMG till around 100. Eventually the zombies will be able to absorb so many bullets that they can just charge into you and boom, game's over. This has led to players coming up with some inventive strategies for high round attempts. The most popular strategy after the second floor camping strategy utilizes the flamethrower. The flamethrower is a unique weapon in Nacht Der Untoten due to the fact that it has unlimited ammo. Sure, it can overheat, but once you wait for the cooldown, you can get back to barbecuing. Firing in short bursts also helps against overheating. The strategy has you hold on to your starting pistol because you run the fastest with it in your hand, and using the flamethrower to kill zombies as you're running in circles around the starting room. A very hard to pull off, but effective strategy. Training zombies in Nacht is a really risky endeavor, because if a zombie can land a hit on you, it virtually immobilizes you for a solid second. And when there's a whole train of zombies behind you, this is fatal. I've mentioned the idea that choice is the driving factor to what made Nacht special. The player's choice to tend to the zombies in whatever way they saw fit is another part of how player choice was so integral to Nacht Der Untoten's success. Although I will admit, this is the area where players are truly the most limited. There's only so many ways to survive in Nacht after round 20. Nacht Der Untoten begins with 4 random Marines crash landing their plane into a field, taking refuge in a little bunker, and doing anything to survive. This was all the story Nacht Der Untoten had at its disposal, but there was always a vague feeling that there was something more to this little story of survival. Treyarch's visual storytelling is a key part of what makes Nazi Zombies a theorist's dream. This visual storytelling is truly mastered with each new Nazi Zombies map Treyarch released. Players loved this little extra game mode where they could play with their friends and survive in a creepy shack against undead Nazis. Thanks to a fresh gameplay loop, creativity, and addictive game design, Nacht Der Untoten was the perfect launching pad for the Nazi Zombies game mode. But in the distance, an asylum laid in wait, ready to change everything about Nazi Zombies forever.